Alright guys, Fuller coming to you with another video. Shout outs to the whole LDBC. Make sure you guys follow Lions Den Boxing Community in all social media platforms, and also on the app. Now, I was looking on the brothers' Instagram page, and José Uzcátegui is making a comeback on September 21st. He's fighting a guy, Dennis Douglin or something. Yeah, Dennis Douglin. Now, granted, that guy's record is 22-6. So, with that being said, I think what this is for him is just like a comeback fight, just like a tune-up fight, because in the Caleb Plant fight, the thing is about in the Caleb Plant fight, Uzcátegui had the wrong game plan in going into the fight. He, for some reason, I don't know why, but he just didn't want to let his hands go. Like, I think, what he was trying to do was trying to wait until the later rounds to apply the pressure on Caleb Plant, but it was too late, because in those later rounds, if you've gotten outboxed, then it's too late. You ruined your chance. So I think that's what he was after. He was after the knockout, but obviously the knockout didn't come, but it nearly came. The stoppage nearly came in the 10th round against which we call it Caleb Plant. But I guess that's what he was waiting for. He was waiting for that opportunity, basically, for him to do that. You know what I mean? And the thing is getting dropped all those times didn't help either, because he got dropped quite a few times in that fight. But let's just see what happens. Let's see if that fight will serve as a learning experience for him. Let's see if that fight perhaps made him a better boxer. Uzcátegui, he can box. Don't get it twisted. I know his style is like pressure, come forward fighter. And he likes to brawl, but he can box. And we're gonna see if the Caleb Plant fight made him a better boxer. Now, where does Uzcátegui stand in the 168 division? Because I'm not gonna lie, man, the 168 division is a pretty stacked division as well. Although it is super middleweight, I mean, it's stacked, man. You got the likes of David Benavidez, who's fighting Anthony Durrell on the Porter Spence undercard. You got Callum Smith, who's waiting in the wings. You got who else? You got I mean, you do got Caleb Plant, you know, in that mix as well. Daniel Jacobs is talking about moving up to 168. You have Billy Joe Saunders, who's at 168, but we don't know if he's going to stay at 168. You know, that's the whole thing with him. He doesn't even know. You know, he hasn't made up his mind yet, man, if he's going to stay at 168 or not, man. He don't even know. But you have, like, a lot of guys, man, at 168. So it would be very, very interesting to see what goes down in that division. Me personally, I don't know, man. I think Uzcátegui, what he has to do is, this is a get-back fight, right? He has to look very impressive in this fight. And then if I were him, I think, honestly, fighting Billy Joe Saunders would be his best bet, you know, because it would allow him to basically get a belt, you know, because honestly, I'm not going to lie, you know, I give Billy Joe Saunders his credit for having some movement, for having some defensive skills and whatnot. But honestly, you get a fighter you get a dude who can neutralize all of that, and who has footwork of their own, and plus got some power. That shit's over, you know, that shit stops. And so I got Uzcátegui stopping Billy Joe Saunders, you know. But what he needs to do, he just needs to get a belt, you know, to be back in the mix. I would say it would be, I mean, after this fight, I mean, getting a rematch with Caleb Plant, that may be like, I mean, I don't know, man. He may call for that, you know. But I mean, like, honestly, let's just, because we all know that Uzcátegui, you know, he did unfortunately make a mishap when he accidentally, he was warned before, but when he actually, you know, he hit Andre Jarrell after the bell, and you know, so he got DQ'd because of that. Now, you know, as a result of that, he didn't, you know, he got disqualified, but then they did a rematch of that fight, and you know, he actually stopped him, you know. So let's see how he competes against the big guys. You know, I'm interested to see how he'll look against them. You know, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, as funny as it sounds, like, Uzcátegui has always been like one of my favorite, like, I guess, guys at 168. You know, I don't like, and it's just a personal preference. This is just a preference in my style of boxing. You know, I like variety. I don't like guys who, like, for example, I don't like guys who can just do one thing. You know what I mean? I like guys who can do a lot of everything. You know what I mean? So my thing is, like with Uzcátegui and the like thereof, I don't like guys who are just one-trick ponies. So, for example, if you're a come-forward fighter like Triple G, and all you do is just come forward, then, like, chances are I'm not gonna like you. If you're just a guy who just is content with just outboxing people, then chances are I will like you, but I will still say, well, why don't you press the issue? You know, why are you being kind of like cautious when you know you got this guy? You know, you don't have, there's no need to be cautious. So I'm that type of dude, you know. So when you have these fighters who can do both, who can like press the issue, right? But also they're defensively responsible. They can be out of the way, and they can do distance control. Then chances are I'm gonna even like you more. And that's how I look at Uzcátegui, you know, because I was watching some of his old fights, and you know, in one of his earlier fights, he showed he can box. You know, he showed that he can box. And so yeah, that's why I like this guy. But I also like the fact that he can come forward too. You know, so yeah, man. The 168, man, is looking like it's shaping up, man, to be a moving and shaking division. What I will say is that you know, Bivol too. I won't discount Bivol because Bivol said he can make 168. You know, imagine if he goes down there. You know, then you got some more suspense. But let's just see how he looks. Let's just see how Uzcátegui looks in this next fight. I just wanted to relay the news because he's a guy I like. And, you know, if he looks crisp, if he looks cool, then we're gonna see what's next for him, man. But anyhow, leave your thoughts, leave your comments. Let me know if you're happy to see Uzcátegui back. And let me know how he fits in this super middleweight division. Do you feel that he's a contender, or do you feel that he's just a gatekeeper? Fuller signing out. Njala.